A building hit by Russian rocket fire in southern Ukraine, the latest deadly attack after 5 full weeks of war. Now Russia's pledging to pull back forces from Ukraine's capital, but the U.S. and Ukraine don't buy it.
Ukraine calls it a retreat. President Biden says we'll see. KTLA 5's Pedro Rivera tracking the war live from our news center. Pedro?
The two sides met today for another round of talks, and it appears this was the most progressive meeting between Russia and Ukraine since the beginning of the invasion. But could it bring the war to an end? Well, while some say that Russia's scale back is a positive sign, the White House and Ukrainian President Zelensky, they're skeptical. The first sign of peace since the start of the invasion. On Tuesday, the Kremlin announced Russia will significantly reduce military operations near the capital of Kyiv and Chernihiv, where Russian forces have stalled in recent weeks. But the Pentagon believes this is just a tactic and not a real sign of progress.
That it is likely more repositioning to be used elsewhere in Ukraine. In the same breath, they're saying they're withdrawing, that they're reprioritizing the Donbas area in eastern Ukraine.
President Joe Biden agrees, saying actions mean more than words.
We'll see. I don't read anything into it until I see what their actions are. We'll see if they follow through on what they're suggesting.
Так можна називати позитивними ті.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said talks between Russia and Ukraine in Istanbul on Tuesday were positive, but in the same breath warning Russia cannot be trusted.
Звісно,
Talks are positive, but these signals can't silence the explosions of Russian shells.
In the port city of Mykolaiv, rescuers search for survivors in the rubble following an airstrike that hit a government building, killing at least 7 people and injuring dozens. This woman inside the building said she hugged a young woman moments before that girl died in the bombing. The UN reports more than 1,100 civilians have been killed since the start of the invasion, but Ukraine believes the number is likely higher. During the same period, NATO estimates anywhere between 7,000 and 15,000 Russian soldiers have been killed. Another reason why both sides could be eager to come to an agreement and bring this war to an end.
I think we should be clear-eyed about the reality of what's happening on the ground, and no one should be fooled.
Now check this out. Police in the UK have seized this super yacht in a London wharf. It's worth about $52 million and owned by a Russian businessman who was not identified. The UK's National Crime Agency says the seizure should serve as a reminder and a warning to Vladimir Putin and other Russian oligarchs. It was impounded as part of current sanctions against the country. Now, Russian and Ukrainian negotiators, they did discuss a number of topics today, including the future of the Donbas region in eastern Ukraine, as well as Russia's demand for Ukraine to proclaim itself as a neutral state. Ukrainian officials say today's progress could lead to Zelensky and Putin meeting in person, something the Ukrainian president has been asking for weeks now. But nothing has been set yet.